TheeEnicole. Yeah. Just chillin'. You ain't on my mind. Need to get out your feelings. Oh, baby. Whoa.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another edition of My2Cents. I know I haven't been here in a while, but I only like talking about things that I care about, okay? Something that means something to me. So I just want to break down the situation. So go ahead and get your little snack, get your drink, and come on, let's talk about it for a second.
Right now, we need some cookies and some lemonade. Pronto!
It actually involves one of my favorite YouTubers, content creator, Armon Wiggins, okay? So I don't know if you guys heard, but Armon Wiggins and Milagro Grams were kicked out of the courthouse where the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion hearing is taking place right now. What? Kicked out of the courtroom, okay? Why, you ask? Let's get into it. Now, before we get all the way into it, let me just back on up a little bit because Armon has been covering this case since it started. You know, he went to court, he came back, and he would report and tell us what was going on. And he did a really good job, really, really good job. And I think that it's messed up that they don't get treated fairly. YouTubers, bloggers, they're not respected in the journalism world because the journalists that have went to school for journalism, newscasters, correspondents, they feel as if a YouTuber is just a regular person. They don't feel like they on the same level, child. Well, really doesn't matter what you think because they're here and they're here to stay. Okay? So that's the first strike. YouTubers not being respected as trusted sources of information. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people definitely put out fake news. However, there are a lot of YouTubers and content creators that put out great content and actually do their research. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Earn Your Leisure has 1.22 million subscribers. Dane Calloway has 516K subscribers. Home Team History, 771K subscribers. Indisputable with Dr. Rashad has 685K subscribers. So, I mean, we do have, and there's many more. They are not the only ones. There's many more content creators that have numbers and have legit content that they are putting out that have weight behind it. You know what I mean? Also, how in one breath do you not give respect to YouTubers and bloggers, but in the next breath, we see all the celebrities want to be podcasters and YouTubers? I mean, make it make sense. Either you want us to believe the podcast and the YouTube or you don't. Like, which one is it? You can't have both. Okay. So, like I said, last year, it was a thing about how they were being treated. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't cool, not at all, because I kept up with the case because I watched Armon talk about what he saw every day in the courtroom. So I digress, though. Let's get back into them getting kicked out of the courtroom, okay? So Armon Wiggins and Milagro were at the hearing, After the hearing, they go get brunch, okay? They go get brunch to discuss what happened. They was having fun, living their best life. I do think that's one problem for the people. When people see you living your best life and they don't feel that they are having as much fun as you, it's a problem sometimes. It just simply is a problem for some people. Some people can't take it, okay? It's the season of can't take. Ooh. They're having brunch. They're having a good old time. And while they're at brunch, Armon gets an email. Armon gets an email of his picture. It's been posted. They're talking about his Gucci shoes. So the picture was posted by a journalist named Megan Kuniff. That's how I'm going to say her name. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. But Megan posted this picture of Armon, and she said, per the usual, the hearing doubled as an epic fashion show. Here is Armon Wiggins, and she tagged him. Here's Armon Wiggins and those Gucci shoes. So at first, Armon's like, okay, she was giving me a compliment or whatever. But looking further into it, it was so backhanded. So this is them discrediting him being a journalist at this point. I mean, look at him. He doesn't have on 50 gold chains, earrings, big old watches. You know, he looks like he's going to court. Like, he looks nice. Is it the Gucci shoes, honey? Like, what's the problem? So after he sees this post, Armon shows two videos. He shows two videos. One of him speaking to Tory Lanez's family, which was actually the first statement from the family was given to Armon. And the second video he shows is a reporter trying to get a statement from a lawyer. Now, both of these videos were flagged, is what got his media pass revoked. Okay. Now, in the video is the Megan chick. When people saw her in this video and saw who she was, because, you know, that's what social media does. If somebody's talked about and people don't know the name, what they're going to do? They're going to look you up. So they looked her up. They saw what she looked like. And so they started dragging her, right? So she then messages Armon and basically like dry threatens him. Like, if I were you, I'd take that video down because the courts do not take kindly to recording in the courtroom and taking pictures. So if I was you, I would take that video down. Like, excuse me, Megan Karen? Like, what? She also said she suggests when she's telling him, basically reverse psychology him into taking his video down because she's getting dragged now. She says, they could ban you from the next court proceedings. And then lo and behold, ironically, he gets his media pass revoked. And we're not supposed to think you did it? Yeah, okay. Now, we don't know who did it, so we're not blaming her. But it's mighty funny that she warned him of getting his media pass taken, and then his media pass is taken. So after Armon shows us two videos, Milagro shows us a video of just her doing a live after she went to court. She got that video flagged and her media pass was revoked as well. What I think is funny is their passes are getting revoked because there was a video done on the first floor, yet it wasn't in the rules. Like, after everything happened, the rules were updated. So technically, they disobeyed the new rules, yet that wasn't established when the things were happening. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's real sneaky how they slid in there and got them kicked out of the courtroom. Because let's just face it, let's talk numbers real quick, right? Let's just simply talk numbers. The video of them talking about this incident, Armon has 15K views and Milagro has 7.7K views of them just talking about them getting their media pass revoked. That's 22,000 that tuned in to hear them talk about that. 22,000. Now, let's compare their numbers to this Megan girl's numbers, right? Armon's IG has 61.3K followers. His YouTube has 170K subscribers. Milagro Grams and her mob radio on IG has 43.9K. And that is her page started over. She had an original page. I don't know what happened to that, but she started over and she's already back to 43.9K. Her YouTube has 64.4K subscribers. So together, you do the math. Now let's look at Megan down here. She doesn't have a YouTube. And her IG has 3,000 followers. I rounded down, I did. Because what's the point, right? So are you mad because of the reach? Or what is it? Because you trying to get a statement from the lawyer, looking a mess, and then you posted Armon in his Gucci shoes. Something's not adding up, let alone these numbers. So because he didn't take the video down where the people could see who you are, you then go and get him removed from the courtroom? Because people are doing what they do on social media, which is talk about people. Which is, wait a minute, isn't that the same thing that you did? It's the exact same thing you did when you posted Armon's picture and you talked about him specifically. Armon never talked about you. Like, if that's not giving Karen, it's giving psycho. It's not really adding up for me. Not to mention that Megan also messaged Armon Wiggins about how to put together a YouTube channel. And so because she was talked about when she was seen in the video about her appearance, yet she's the one who posted Armon's picture in the first place, it's just not computing to me, okay? I want to talk about Milagro and Armon coming together because that's basically what I push. You know, I always talk about support over here. We need to support us. You know, you can have opposing views from somebody and still get along, still make moves together. I don't mean necessarily like if your religious views oppose, y'all don't have to skip down the road holding hands. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is everybody's entitled to their opinion, but that does not change the quality of human you are in most cases. But I thought that it was so dope for them to come together because, mind you, when it comes to this Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case, they do not agree. They do not agree on what goes on in the courtroom, details about the case. They have opposing views of the issue. However, when this injustice, because that's what it is, because we have a freedom to go to court hearings. Like, it's a public forum. So for them to come together because of the wrong done against them, I thought that that was so dope. I think that is so dope that they band together, came together and explained what was going on. And together they came and made a bag for themselves because that's more views and they still can cover the case. I just think that it was unfair for their media badges to be taken away because somebody's feelings was hurt. Because somebody's pennies is in their ass. Now you're upset because they were sitting in front of you in a courtroom. I don't really think that makes sense. Do y'all think that makes sense? Nope. Nah. I just feel like if Armon and Megan's badges were taken, her badge should be taken too. Because not only was she chasing down the lawyer to get a statement, they also let us know that, you know, in the reprimand, let's call it that, in the reprimand of them getting their badges revoked, it was said that you weren't supposed to have phones, computers, no type of technology. Yet Armon said where they were sitting, there was a journalist on their laptop writing a full article about what happened. So it's like, enough is enough. We don't get treated fairly, and time is up for us to be against each other. We need to band together and make moves. Stop having petty beefs that make no sense. Stop arguing with each other over stupid shit. When you do have conflict, stop hitting below the belt, saying totally absurd things about each other, and then turn around and play victim. Like, we need to step it up. We need to step it up in all aspects of life, okay? We need to step it up in the self-respect department. We need to step it up in peer respect. We need to step it up. Business-minded movements, better friends, being loyal, knowing the true definitions of words and things that you require out of people. Like, let's just do better. We have the power to do so, and it's time. It's been time. And if you are not on that type of time, we need to be okay with cutting people the fuck off. Sorry, not sorry. I encourage everyone to watch the full video of Armon and Milagro speaking about this topic in their own words, because trust me, it's way more details to the story than what I explained. Link in the description. My 2 cents is just my opinion. I speak on just speculation, you know what I mean? But if you want to set the record straight, come on and correct me if I'm wrong, honey. Because sometimes I am. I'm a human and I'm woman enough to admit that. Smooches.
About your feelings.